Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'm actually going to be going over some of the ways you can remote play with PlayStation products. The first one here you're going to see is actually me remote playing Destiny on the PlayStation Vita. And it's exactly the same with the first model and the second model Vita. Now, forgive me a little bit because I am using one hand here, but you can see that just touching the screen brings up the ghost and the directions essentially. And this is also when the game first came out as well. So the capability of doing this early on was pretty good. And you can see me jumping on the Sparrow there and moving around. That it's very fluent. My actions of me turning and moving are up to par. And you can see that visually, I mean, again, the video may not give a highest quality, but as far as, what you're seeing, but in real life, when you're looking at the screen, it's absolutely gorgeous. Another way is the PlayStation TV, little device, which I will show off and talk about a little bit later. You see that little box right there, but there's my PlayStation TV in the same room next to my PS4 remote playing. The one on the left is the PS4, and the one on the right is the PlayStation TV. So you can pretty much see that, the console running on the left is almost practically identical to the one on the right. And even the movements when you're tapping going left to right and whatnot are pretty much exactly the same. So you're not really getting too much of an input type of lag from the actual console running to what you're actually controlling and playing on the PS TV. And this is, not necessarily because they're next to each other. Even if I was in another room in the house, it would be the same way. As well as being hardwired somewhere else in the house or outside of the home. It's pretty much exactly like you see here. It's very, very minimal, but they look really, really awesome. Another way is actually using a Sony branded tablet or device that's later model of the Xperia series, or even cell phones. With certain Android hacks or whatever, you could get this going. And it's very smooth. Even on like the non-Sony products, you can see that the analog sticks pretty much pop wherever you put your fingers at. They got all the buttons and triggers there. Very smooth. Audio and everything comes through. I wouldn't say it's as nice as the Vita remote play. It's a little bit, in my opinion, worse, but it definitely is really good, especially if you don't want to buy a Vita or something and you can use your pre-existing tablet. Another way, which you can see here, is that I'm in a hotel room and I'm actually using the PlayStation TV. And if you guys don't know the size of this thing, it's basically the size of a small phone. Like this here, a little Android, is a 4-inch phone. And a little $30 cheap phone, and it's that size. And, it's very capable of playing things on its own or on the road. So like this, I'm in a hotel, either using Wi-Fi or hardwired connection. And I've done this 200-300 miles away from my house. You can see how fast and fluid it is. I've even done it, a couple thousand miles away from my house. And it works just fine. I've used it many times on the PlayStation TV or even on, the little Android phone. I've used the hacked remote play app. And, I was at the PlayStation Experience and I was out playing, a guy was playing his Vita and I was out playing Battlefront on my phone 3,000 miles away. So to anybody who says you can't do it outside of the house, that's bullshit. As long as you got good internet, remote play, you have many choices and many options.